One evening, as I toiled late in my modest office, papers strewn across my desk, my phone vibrated with a notification. It was a text from my wife of 8 years, Sarah. I anticipated a warm message, perhaps a playful note about our dinner plans or a tender goodnight. Instead, the words on the screen hit me like a punch to the gut. The message was stark, almost brutal in its concision. I'm done. I'm leaving you. Don't try to change my mind. My chest tightened, my hands trembled, and I stared at the glowing display, trapped in a surreal moment I couldn't escape. In an instant, everything I held dear, our marriage, our shared love, our mutual trust, our dreams of tomorrow, crumbled under the weight of those few, icy words. Desperate, I raced home, clinging to the hope that this was a cruel prank or a fleeting outburst. But the truth awaited me. Sarah's wardrobe stood half empty, drawers yanked open, her cherished suitcase gone. Our wedding portrait still rested on the bedside table, a painful mockery of what once was, while her side of the bed lay starkly vacant. I dialed her number repeatedly, each call unanswered, swallowed by voicemail. That night, sleep eluded me. I sat in the hollow quiet of our home, every creak of the floorboards and distant hum of passing cars amplifying the absence of the woman I adored, who had left me with nothing but a cold message. The weeks that followed were agonizing. Friends and family pressed me with questions I couldn't answer. What went wrong? Did you argue? Will she return? I stayed silent, lost in my own confusion, unable to offer explanations. Sarah provided no further words, no call, no text, just an oppressive void. The sting of her betrayal cut deeper than anything I'd ever known. Nights stretched endlessly, food became tasteless, and every corner of our town became a shrine to her memory. The diner where we shared lazy Saturday brunches, the park bench where I knelt to propose, even the supermarket aisle where she'd tease me about my snack choices, all transformed into a landscape of grief. Eventually, rumors began to circulate. A close friend revealed, almost reluctantly, that Sarah had been spotted with another man, a colleague from her workplace. That explained the abrupt message, the haste of her departure, the chilling detachment. She hadn't left because she was unfulfilled. She'd left believing she'd found something superior. The realization burned worse than her initial words. I had been devoted, unwavering, yet oblivious to the signs. While I dreamed of future getaways and saved for our shared life, she was plotting her exit. I felt foolish, and slowly, fury began to eclipse the sorrow that had consumed me. Over time, I pieced my life back together, bit by bit. I threw myself into my work, started frequenting the gym, and reconnected with friends I'd drifted from during our marriage. The ache lingered, but I was learning to coexist with it. I convinced myself Sarah was gone for good, that I had to forge ahead despite the weight in my heart. Gradually, I grew resilient. The man who once stared at his phone, yearning for her call, was no more. In his place stood someone hardened, aware that love could wound deeply, but life demanded perseverance. Then one afternoon, my phone hummed with a new message. It was Sarah. For a fleeting moment, I considered ignoring it, but curiosity prevailed. This time, her words spilled out in a lengthy confession, brimming with sentiments I never expected: remorse, longing, despair. She admitted the man she'd left me for had deceived her, used her, and abandoned her. She confessed she'd realized, too late, that she'd discarded the one person who truly cherished her. Her message dripped with regret. I made a terrible mistake. Can we meet? I gazed at the text for a long while, much like I had her farewell months before. But this time my heart didn't race with pain or desperation. A quiet strength settled over me. She had shattered me with one message, and now she sought to return with another. Life had turned full circle. Despite my reservations, I agreed to meet her at a quiet coffee shop. When she entered, I barely recognized her. The vibrant confidence she once exuded had vanished. She looked weary, diminished, aged beyond her years. Her attempt at a smile faltered when she saw my calm demeanor. Tears welled up almost instantly as she poured out apologies, pleading for a chance to start anew. She spoke of lessons learned, of wanting to return home, of rebuilding what she'd torn apart. For the first time in months, I wasn't the one broken at the table, she was. I listened in silence as she spilled every regret, every justification, every sorrow. When she finally paused, I leaned forward and spoke words I'd held inside for too long. Sarah, you destroyed us with a single text. Do you truly believe another can erase that? Her tears fell harder, but I remained steady. I explained that forgiveness didn't mean reunion, that trust, once shattered, doesn't simply mend. She wanted me to shoulder her pain, to fix her errors, but I was no longer her fallback. As I left the cafe, a weight lifted from me, lighter than I'd felt in years. She remained at the table, sobbing into her hands, just as I had once wept over her message. But now the strength was mine. She had risked everything for a fleeting thrill and lost it all. I didn't need vengeance or her remorse. My peace came from knowing she finally grasped the depth of the hurt she inflicted, and that I had transcended it. The man she broke was gone, and the one walking away was stronger than she could ever hope to know.